Welcome back, everyone. Game number 1 between Evil Geniuses Challengers and Maryville University in the book. And it's like King never left, man. Zyko and Scary Jerry, they had a pretty brutal introduction to the LCS Challengers League, Mazel.
They absolutely did. It was a warm welcome, if maybe not just a little too hot. We wanted to see how the Tier 2 would look for this bot lane, this young bot lane of Maryville, but it was King and the rest of the company that really made it work, right? They set out from the very beginning with a tried and true team composition. We just need to make it past 25 minutes. Well, they made it there, and all of a sudden we saw a 4,000 gold shift and where that graph goes from red to blue.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage from someone that was also unkillable in the game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, King.
Cool tech.
Back to business as usual for King. We're going to move on to our halftime show. Our final one of the day. Have a little fun with this one. Let's cool down. Let's chill out. It is going to be called What is Desi Drawing? Or if you're Josh, what is Dees Drawing? But basically, I'm going to be drawing stuff. You guys are going to have to guess it. You will get points if you do guess right. So let me go ahead and switch scenes right here. Let me bring up the whiteboard.
All right.
And all right.
These are live.
Yeah, these are live. I'm drawing them right
I thought these were pre-recorded or, pre-drawn, but no, we get to see the artist at work. Okay.
Artist in emotion.
I would never do this, but pressure's way too much.
I'm already like hating my life right now. This is not looking anything like I wanted it to. Just keep going, keep going.
Just keep going.
Is that Tom and Jerry?
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So do I get points or no?
So confused.
You just said Tom and Jerry, and that was it.
Yumi.
Okay, and Sarah Yumi.
And Zeri. It's Zeri as a cat.
You didn't give me a chance, man.
Zeri as a cat.
Cubby gets the point, unfortunately.
No.
He's the one that said it first.
Hey,
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
What can I say? Big fan of old cartoons, all right? Tom and Jerry, love that reference. We're keeping them alive.
I was going to draw bodies around them and everything to try and signify the early laning that King did, because some of those kills didn't even need any jungle interventions, just did it himself.
I feel like, there was the Zeri Yumi, but then, like, in the corner, you should have drawn just, like, another Yordle, like a little Poppy, a little Hammer.
Okay.
Shaden was always in the back pocket,
Okay, let's see if you can get our next drawing right now.
That's a turret.
That is a turret.
That's soul dying under the turret.
This is soul dying.
Come on! Let me draw. I was gonna draw really buff Niles.
Hey,
that's why you gotta pre-draw him, Desiree. That's why you gotta pre-draw.
Look at these abs.
You gotta pre-draw them, because as you build, they just you pick them apart. All right, you got
thunderous thighs.
Those are thighs? I thought those were building blocks.
Those are thunder thighs.
Yeah.
There's some squares.
That's the mini Nar's been
what those knees do.
And this one right here, even though it's completely incomplete drawing, Soul was definitely very much trying, but kind of bit off more than he can chew in that exchange, and it ended up giving Niles the better of the early laning between the two.
And props to Niles. He did run with that lead. It's not like Get Back and Niles weren't able to find chunks and leads. It was just never enough to really topple Zeri Yumi. Also, Desterux, if you want me to wait for your drawings to finish, just say that points are not involved. I hear points. I get competitive. Oh, we're keeping that one. You can do that? I didn't even know that. What kind of
Did you know that that's Gnar? Oh,
hey, you know
what? He's angry.
Mazel, I'm going to give you a handicap. You ready for this?
Hello.
Take one bite of the food that I have off screen in front of me. I cannot answer.
Oh, so now you're just waving your food in front of us like we're nothing. All right. First you had Desirex eating. Now you got you eating. Where's my food? Huh? Where's my food? This looks like an interesting situation.
Now I'm gonna put a big boy over here.
Niles TPing in, flashing over the wall, and throwing King and Yumi against the wall.
Close. You're on the right track.
Zal, you get a guess. You get the next guess.
I'm letting the artist go, okay? I'm not like you. I don't press his toes. I let the artist work.
I'm competitive, man. What can I say?
So disrespectful to modern art.
I know this. You get a guess.
I don't know it.
You don't?
Is the M for McDonald's?
They do have it on their jersey, in fact.
All right, Cubby, what do you got?
It is when Soul went golden in the mid lane and ended up going down to odd orange. But then everyone else went down. and Yumi Zeri happen.
Nope.
Correct?
Incorrect.
Mm,
How do I draw this? Let me give her a staff. There we go.
This one, Niles. I mean,
Oh, is this? Wait, no, this isn't whenever they smashed
This
them
was
into the wall
Bodyguard.
and killed get back.
Cubby.
Oh,
was this the 5-man? The end of the game?
No, you're so close, man. Okay, maybe I'm just this bad at drawing.
I can't
know
take
where it's
my
at on the
eyes
wrist.
off of the original Niles drawing.
Okay,
because
I will
just
say
can't
this was at the
understand
Raptor camp.
it. Just like he's like walking like
He's
this.
doing the John Wall, you know? John Wall.
Okay,
Did I do it right, Deathrex?
I'm-
Is this it?
I'm gonna surrender this one.
Is this it?
This,
Am I doing it?
yes, you are doing it very, very
I'm
right.
doing it, all right.
This is when Get Back tried to get Soul over the wall, failed, and Niles showed up, ulted them towards the Raptor camp and saved Get Back's life.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I
this one Get Back
definitely
went.
remember
Yeah.
that one. Definitely.
It was no blood, so I'm not surprised that that one escaped
What are you
himself.
trying to
But
say?
Mazel-
What are you trying to
Mazel
say,
likes
huh?
blood. You like blood. You like the blood. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not in a weird way. All right, just on Summoner's Rift. All right, so this is obviously Poppy. Your drawing skills can tell me that much, Deathrex. I'm gonna guess already that this is the moment that they knocked Scary Jerry out of the fight whenever there was like just the slim possibility of Scary Jerry winning. Okay, that's not it. Apparently.
This is the I'm gonna let Deathrex draw a staff on the to be dead Get Back's the Blanc. There it is, because that is the moment of the game. It was.
Is that the door? Are they?
No,
is
that
he
is-
yeeting him out the door?
That is the wall on the bot side of the map that borders what we called the bot embankment brush when I was on the LCS audio only broadcast.
That's too much.
That Shaden threw the Blanc into. And
Yes.
then there was a Yumi's area that took over after that.
So I got all the points. I'm glad that this has been the case. I've really been really good at guessing all of these.
I am so bad at artistry. We got one more.
Hey,
You gotta change
do
up
this
some
one fast.
colors, Deathrex. You gotta give
I'm
us some
sorry.
actual colors.
I'm sorry.
Color.
I'm sorry. I know how to do this final one. All right. Caesar.
Okay. We get Kid Cat. We get.
This isn't a drawing. This is just
Is
live
that
action.
Yumi in real life?
You got to figure out what the cosplay is. All right. There we go.
Oh, look at that! Is that Zeri from Summoner's Rift with Yumi attached to her? Oh my God! It's a spitting image. Holy cow! You're literally her.
Oh, wait,
That's
let's put the
crazy.
hat on. Let's put the hair on the cat. There we go.
Oh, you know,
Caesar is not impressed.
it's
Caesar is not impressed.
Caesar might have been a senator, but it's good to see Caesar still supporting a king, and you as well. So yeah.
So that was our halftime show right there. What was Deece drawing? Obviously, all I got to say is that Cubby wins. I don't got to say too much.
You don't even have to say that.
you know
You
what?
I
like,
lose.
literally didn't have to say it.
You know what?
You just could have walked away.
I'm gonna throw one salute out to the players, which is the common theme. Salutes for the players. If you sub, you can directly support the players in the team. Still, I don't know what the count is today, but the support has been insane from the NI community. It's great to see you guys all taking advantage of that new feature we have and the new ability to make sure that we are supporting.
Get those emotes.
Yeah.
Emotes are cool, and tell us which one's your favorite.
Be sure to sub because it does support the teams. 50% of the revenue generated does go to these squads. So very, very important that we get that through. We are now getting ready for this next game. We are ready for the next game. I just got word that the draft is in. So no more shenanigans. Mazel for the final time. Take it away for the final game of the day.
We are rounding out day number 1 here in the NACL Summer Split. Things have changed, but one thing has stayed the same. We are the true home of developmental talent in NA, and we're about to see all these stories unfold over a very quick season. But now we're getting into our final game of the day, as we said. Maryville will be on the blue side this time. We got EGC on the red side. We get that Graves band towards Shaden.
And now all eyes, really, for me, go on the Yumi. As will EG take that away? It feels like it's a little bit dominant. Okay, yeah, that's off the board. I think EG has very high.
I think we got
quality.
our answer here. Good research. Good research. That's what it is.
Now, the answer I've seen into Milio is Senna teams. Now, at CLaw, there was a very unique answer that the victorious UST had, which we got to see in scrims on 13-9, and that was actually Senna Karthus in the Milio comps. Now, I am curious if EG leaves Milio up or if they take that off the board. Other picks, I think getting rid of Vi, very helpful. Maokai still considered a very oppressive jungler. And personally, I would not allow Maryville to have Jace. I think Maryville is too good of a Jace team. Both Get Back and Niles, extremely proficient on that champion. Love to see EG deny that as well as it denies some of the drafts and strategies that can run around that.
Well, we got the primary focus onto some of the carry from last game on MU. It's the Lucian ban towards Scary Jerry. We also get the Nico ban, which has to be there. It feels like at this point, don't want to give a lot of that strength over to Ryoma. And we'll see what the final ban of the phase has, because I think you still, for MU, want to continue banning a lot of champ pool from Shaden. But for EGC side, you got to look at maybe setting up for success on a very strong late game composition. We actually get the Ari ban from MU.
Maybe that tells us they're still looking at Zeri. You could still pair it up with Lulu. It's an option, but
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very good. Yeah. Milio just being on the board still. A lot of eyes go towards that. And jungler just being fully opened up with Maokai and Vi both up at this stage of draft. Gonna get Milio ban, getting word from Productions that a new champ.
They're just having really hard time banning Milio today. That's the second time that we've had a no ban, but it's actually Milio.
Just trying to sneak on through, you know.
Just trying to make it through. I do expect a lot more comfort to come through here for Maryville. I think I would like to see some meta comfort come out. The Cassante is a good start towards that.
And I think the Gragas hover is to somewhat build. I expect to be a Gragas Chase coming out now from MU, as they can double flex the Gragas, or I should say the Gragas, or Jace and the Cassante to go in either lane. I think EG should be prepped for that. They're going to power pick bot lane, maybe expecting that to come on in. As Vi looking to be picked up by the side of Shaden. Gotta say, not necessarily a champ that, you know, we really know Shaden for on the Vi, but glad to see that maybe in the offseason he's put a little bit more time into this champ, and hope to see it pop up big today.
Maybe they're trying to scare out the Zeri pick here and say, you don't want to take the Zeri into the Vi. But I think Maryville will take their chances. They go with the Zeri.
Okay, Lulu going to be paired up. We have a choice of counter now on the side of EG. They could follow up with Nautilus for more point-and-click damage.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I think it's got to be something aggressive bot lane, right? Like, again, you do not just want to leave the Zeri to her own devices anytime.
They could also take Gragas for themselves here and kind of double flex that. Our Cassante is already showing. You could play it into that and deny that from MU, but it is going to be the Nautilus locked in. So if one point-and-click R isn't enough, why not make it two? As EG, I want to see them get rid of Jace. I feel like Jace would be... they actually have enough engaged where Jace doesn't really matter. I think getting rid of something like Wukong, Sejuani could be good. Just kind of make sure Auto Orange doesn't get something with a really beefy front line to help out the Zeri.
Yeah, I could see that whittled down in the second phase for sure. I do still see a lot of very powerful picks left on the table. There's that Wukong ban by EGC, and I do expect a little bit more focus towards these solo lanes, looking at what kind of mid lane matchup you want to whittle down to, because I do expect Niles to have a pretty comfortable time on this Cassante, no matter really what goes into him, because you can play so safe on the pick.
Can also be a get back Cassante, as we do expect a lot of our mid laners to be able to play that now, as that flex really emerged.
Is that expected now? Is that what I was just gonna say?
Yeah. No second jungler going to be taken away. Actually going to be an Olaf, denied from Niles. So again, still expecting that Cassante could be either mid or top on the side of EG as well. And still really curious to see what happens with Gragas, as I think Gragas is a pick that can still go into the Cassante and could be double flexed by EG going into the last phase if they so choose.
There's the Gragas locked in for EGC. At least having that one over for Soul in the top side. A little bit of stability in the team fights, as well as the shake up of the cask. But we have final pick ready to go for EGC. They will have that counter pick, and expect to see what the mid lane matchup is from these last two picks of MU to really choose that one for Ryoma. But
I want to see Syndra.
Yeah.
I actually think Syndra would be okay this game. Like, you get a lot of peel. Okay, Maokai does help with the peel back. I'm okay with that. Yeah, this is fine. You want to go there with this. So now Cassante slots into mid. MU has tools now. They have a pretty good front line to put around this Zeri, so a lot is going to fall onto Scary Jerry to make sure that he's able to carry this game. And now let's see what Ryoma wants to run into this Cassante. Could have an old favorite. I will say, I haven't seen a ton of Orianna being played.
True.
Don't mind Ori this game. The zone
Like
control
the
against
Rumble.
Zeri is pretty deadly. I think Syndra's fine here too. If,
Okay.
wants to go Syndra. I see most people prefer Syndra to Orianna, and Ryoma, for me, has always been a really impressive control mage player. I think Syndra is always some of his best champions, so happy to see Ryoma on this, and he has the ability to really slow down fights and also follow up with Vi. As Syndra Vi, one of the unique control mages where you still have kill threat in that mid 2v2.
Yeah, and I think Ryoma is in prime position to have a lot of strength later on this Syndra. You have the stacking mechanics as well, but he's also just a mainstay in the scene. He has been around in the developmental scene for a while, and I love to see his influence. Just last split, when he came in late onto Evil Geniuses, and now that he gets an entire split with the roster as promised, I think that we're seeing that kind of confidence come back to this man.
I know from talking with EG that Ryoma has really had a pretty big impact on the Shaden as well. You know, they feel like those two work pretty well together. So, again, this is a mid-jungle duo that I have high hopes for. Ryoma has a history at this level of being a top 3, top 4 finisher pretty much every split that he has competed in, except the last where he did step in late. I know EG have much higher hopes this time as they're trying to run the 5 players that they hoped to run at the start of last split. Bring off the game 1 wins. Nice. Let's see if we can make it a 2-0.
Indeed, we shall see as we get onto the Rift for our final game of the day. And as we do, make sure you're getting those day 1 subs in. Don't you want to be the one that says you subbed on day 1 to support these players and these teams? And if you want to support them even more, you can also type their try codes into the chat here. Spam in chat who you think is going to take the win. EGC for Evil Geniuses and MU for Maryville. And make sure you spam those emotes too.
Scaling's going to be interesting this game because, you know, I see Syndra, Gragas, and I'm like, okay, that feels pretty good for the side of EG. But then, of course, there is the ever so dreaded Zeri Lulu. I think that both teams are going to have a lot of emphasis on trying to set bot lane behind. And I do favor EG in their ability to make sure that this Zeri plus Lulu do fall behind. So, for me, I think it's important that EG takes some of the early objectives with the priority they will have in the Vi and the Maokai matchup, and also Felios not in the Zeri. I think EG need the snowball from there. Ryoma will be the saving grace later, but EG needs to get things rolling early if they want to win.
Being proactive for Shaden, which is something he knowingly does all the time, right? He's a very proactive jungler. I like the early vision from Maryville University as well on the other side, just to see this opposite side start from Shaden and give a little bit more information that way. But my biggest conversation now becomes how quickly do we see Shaden get active on that, because Auto Orange can play pretty safely and just be reactive to some extent.
I think that for Shaden, like attacking bots good, but honestly with this clear Mazel, he is going to end up 3-camping and ending top. I'm kind of curious they want to attack Niles. He will burn Mega rather early in this thing. After that's gone, maybe that's the play, to try and set Niles really far behind early and then have Shaden just purely focus on bot after.
We did see actually Niles get a pretty hefty lane differential against Soul in the last game. Maybe wanting to try to stop that to some extent here.
Not going to be the case as Mega does pop from Niles and he doesn't have the E, but Shaden's still going to focus on the bot side. And now, I mean, this is where I think Shaden needs to get involved instantly. But Maokai is sneaky strong at level 3, and you can see Auto Orange, as a lot of Maokais like to do, is actually going to sneak in with the bot lane prio they have with the Zeri, try and deny this blue buff from Shaden.
All right, going with the aggressive play for Maryville. Love to see it getting this blue buff here. Shaden should come around the corner and contest this one, though. Auto Orange has the move from the bot lane, and Shaden just gives this blue buff up here, should at least. And there you go. Auto Orange comes away with an early invade, and Maryville actually finds something in the early game.
Now, Auto Orange did burn Smite. This means that he cannot stick around for the Gromp. Instead, he's going to look mid and cross to take that top crab. Ryoma should be wiser to this. Would be surprised if he
should be
here.
Got the Bramble Smash back. Does burn that flash. That will be 100% revisited.
Well worth it for the side of MU. Trading Maokai Flash for Syndra. Again, you highlighted needs to be revisited, but meanwhile, bot lane, Eel was burned by Zyko. That Lulu is very low. Shaden has skipped over the crab to come here, and here comes the early action out of the Zeri.
Being decisive, here comes EG. They want to get first blood. Zyko's trying to make a move, but he can't do it. Taking up the tower is Smoothie. He flashes away, and first blood has come to Shaden. Scary Jerry, a little bit low, but able to clear these minions. Here comes Smoothie for another one. Try to get the Ultra Shock Laser here, taking it up. Wait, what? How does that even hit, my dude? Holy cow, Smoothie!
Smoothie's been playing for a long time. He's got full grasp of that Nautilus hitbox, man. Able to get that little bit over the turret. He does go down. The kill does go over to Scary Jerry, but still, the wave is denied and the lead is found for EG in the bot side as we talked about attacking that Zeri Lulu lane. And they do so successfully early.
I'm sorry, Scary Jerry. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, how does that even happen? Something they'll have to come back to for sure. As Get Back is completely routed, and Get Back will go down to Shaden.
What a start. What an opener for the side of EG as everything has come up their way. And it's all been off the back of Shaden here, Mazel.
There's no way that this is viable. Like, right? Like,
no, this is how you play in Zeri Lulu, man. You just got to get in here. Smoothie sacks his health bar to make sure this connects. Does flash away to
I'm talking about this next hook right here. This should not happen. He's literally behind the turret.
Well, you know,
no freaking way. Like, there's no way. That's actually insane.
Hey, man, he's just taking notes from Angelina Jolie. He bent the bullet.
Oh, my God. You know? We got a Wanted 2 coming up here very soon. It's Evil Genius is going to be starring in that movie. Holy cow.
Nerf Yumi. Wanted 2, nerf Dredgeline hitbox.
Well, like, I have literally never seen it that egregious. Like, that was insane. But that is also something for EGC to continue to build off of. We said we wanted Shaden to be proactive. Well, guess what? He's got 2 kills. He's got the most gold in the game, too.
And looks like he's going to be sprinting towards that Black Cleaver rush and sprinting towards that Dragon take again. This is what we talked about last game with MU, their strategy with the Vi, trying to take these early dragons, get things snowballing. EG, you got to take this one a couple seconds late, but pretty much on time to make sure that this goes in their pockets as EG really trying to stack up those 4 Drakes so they can end the game before this Zeri comes online. The Shaden not only getting his lanes ahead, but also make sure that the neutrals go in favor as well, as he's had a really good start to this game.
Now, going back to my comment about kind of the reactive gameplay Odd Orange is looking to play here, you're starting to twiddle your thumbs a little bit for Maryville. Like, I like the late game, but maybe we want to try to find something a little earlier. But I just don't see a real big in, right? There's a lot of safety on the side of Evil Geniuses, and right now, Odd Orange is just looking for invades where he can to try to get this vision pressed up.
You can see Soul just kind of neutralizing the top side as well. He's down, but
not as bad as last time.
I mean, Gragas, you're just here to kind of support the team, right? Throw the cask when necessary. I think for MU, any victory they could find, you can see Odd Orange trying to unite with his Bash brother Niles on the top side. But, okay, he's going to find Shaden here. Does have some priority that Niles can come on down, so we could have a smite fight, but I still don't think this favors Odd Orange.
Let's see who wins the smite fight. It's Odd Orange that wins it. The Bramble smash back, potentially. Vault Breaker should get Shaden right out of there.
Nice invade there from Odd Orange, leaning on his 80 soul lanes, who each had push to get something away from Shaden. That's a small win. He's not done, but this time Smoothie's here. And Smoothie's hit. X-Flash
over the wall. Zyko's coming around the corner. So beautiful support timers from both of them, but Smoothie just connects that darn dredge line again. The man is digging up the sea right now with these anchors, and Smoothie is huge.
And this is the power of Nautilus. You can make these moves early, and Smoothie's taking full advantage of it in the matchup against the Lulu. As these dredge lines of him and Shaden working together to build an early lead for EG. This is what MU were trying to do into the Zeri Yumi last game, and EG doing it successfully with the playmaking off the back of Smoothie and Shaden in this game.
And I got to give a special shout out to Smoothie, who I feel like was a different shade of himself last split. I think a lot of the conversation around the roster, the delays, things like that definitely hampered his ability to lead and be a leader, right? This man has so much experience under his belt, and he wants to be the glue that brings this team together, something they did not have last split. And to see him step up 2 games in a row, and not only on the Nautilus into the Zeri Lulu combo, it's just a big moment for Smoothie.
He's going to look to make more plays, and there's nothing slowing this down. I will say, Out Orange, that's a preemptive flash. King.
The Bramble Smash back. Doesn't have his support here. Smoothie, maybe Caster Cursed in the support way. And Scary Jerry gets himself a 2nd kill.
Do want to credit Odd Orange. I think that the invade on the blue early, that's kind of what opened up the timer for his bot lane to get dove. But I think the recovery that Odd Orange has had after that has been really sound.
Whoa! That is a cease and desist into the power unleashed, and Shaden has to flash to get out from the turret range.
Still, that's a kill going over to Shaden again. As you know, the minute I start to praise Odd Orange, Shaden's like, hold on, I'm still the one that has prio here. I'm the one that's making all the plays early.
Hold my juice cup.
Yeah, I will say, I think Odd Orange, some of the responses that he's had has been good. Like taking away that red buff and then that dive bot on the King while EG was taking Rift Herald. Very sound, and Odd Orange doing his best to keep his team in the game. But everywhere else on the map, I mean, it has been a clinic, really, out of Shaden, and now helping bleed that lane into Ryoma, who already has a massive CS lead mid.
Also has the item differential now. He got the Leandries completed, but here's that play.
Love this from Odd Orange. Leads with the W, knows that even if King brings me into tower range, I still have the Bramble Splash. I still have the Nature's Grasp, you know, all the roots getting thrown down, make sure the King goes down. So, I mean, saving grace here for Maryville is worth noting that, yeah, they're down bad. It's almost 3k gold lead in favor of EG, but look where the gold is for MU. It's 2 kills on the Scary Jerry. We have seen how scary the Zeri can be. See if Scary Jerry's up to the task.
Say Scary Jerry, Scary Zeri 5 times fast and tell me how your tongue's doing.
I mean, I actually navigated that one all right, I will say.
Yeah, you did, but they 5 times fast.
I did not get skill diff too hard on that one. Okay.
Oh, hello. They're just going across the wall together. Odd Orange says, I don't want you to be here. And Shaden just taking that opportunity to take the Krugs.
That's a Black Cleaver completed on the Shaden. That's a lot. So wherever Shaden goes, EG is going to win. And we have 2 point-and-click Rs that could be put to good use here on the side of EG as they think about dropping that Rift Herald, but say, you know what, we're just going to keep on winning this lane. King does have blue-purple. This is a great timer for EG to try and hit a bot lane. Orange,
man.
He knows it. He knows he's just relegated to sitting here. There's nothing else that he can really do. He has to protect his bot lane.
I was thinking more so about like the point-and-clicks through the Nautilus pick, but plus the Vi pick, but I'm also seeing just so many aligned values here for Evil Geniuses, where as soon as they connect one of those point-and-click ultis that CC, you're just going to have the power unleashed from Ryoma right behind it to execute you. So they definitely set up this competition to shut down Scary Jerry, who is right now the big saving grace, right? He is going to be the damage.
I mean, that for me is where Cinder of Eye is really unique, because Cinder does pack that scaling, but you do still get...
Wait, somebody's got to kill the dragon. Somebody.
Right, so
okay.
Press D, we're good.
We're good. We're good. Shade's like, I don't care about this dragon. I'm moving.
He was in Zoomer mode right there. He's like, all right, gotta get something else set on the map, man. We gotta keep on snowballing this game forward. The 2 dragons in favor of EG, 3k gold lead. They've checked off the early boxes.
Rift Herald mid.
And credit to Ryoma. He has a lead on the Cinder, and he's been pushing it against Get Back. They're gonna look to knock down a first brick here. TP will land in time. They can defend. Odd Orange is
Nature's
here.
Grasp is coming across. Ryoma gets caught out here. Shaden's like, peace, my friend. We get a cut. Oh my God, Odd Orange! They just got executed. Can they get Ryoma? They do. Shaden takes down the mid lane as now he's looking for a second. Oh my goodness, the damage that came out from this Leandries completed Ryoma. Insane.
Soul was thinking about a cask there as he had Smoothie in his back pocket, but I mean, this mid jungle duo for EG, Mazel, we had high hopes for Ryoma and Shaden to get Ryoma. He is top 3'd every split that he has started PG in the last 2 years. Shaden, someone that, you know, he was ranked 1 and 2 on the ladder, known for these insane hands, and this was the mid-jungle duo that we saw some good moments of last split, but now seeing them start the split together and make plays like this early into Maryville, really good signs for Evil Geniuses Challengers, who, again, was a roster that I had high hopes for last split. We didn't see them get to play as 5. Starting off this split, looks like they're starting off on a high note against MU.
And you can see Maryville just really personally needed something back from that moment, right? Like, they're not going to walk away without killing Ryoma. You saw the flash come out from Niles to ensure it. But Ryoma, off the back of that, is looking at an outer tower here. Got a TP play. Maryville want to punish. They're looking for Ryoma yet again. They do get the TP in from Soul. And Maryville, you put yourself in a sticky situation. Shaden finds auto orange. As now the cast goes very wide. Soul should get picked out here. No, get back, missing the knockback. And just like that, I guess Auto Orange is the only one that goes down.
34 mid. Auto Orange falls. Look at bot. Yeah, plates fell, but King, he's going to be left to his own devices with this turret. Now Zyko able to speed away, but Shaden could go. He's going to wait for his Q cooldown to get back.
Oh my God, Shaden wants that smoke. He's got the cease and desist, the lockdown. I don't know if they have the damage, but King is coming to make sure. The scout of the week over the other side, and King welcomes Scary Jerry with open arms as Evil Geniuses are 5.5 thousand gold in the lead, and they are down smashing on Maryville.
I love how Shaden played that one out. He canceled the skate over the wall, holding onto the Q and also holding onto the R, knowing that Sari was about to round the corner. I think a lot of junglers just be like, hey, Lulu's there. I'm getting Q back up, gonna pull the trigger. But now Shaden has the patience. And this, again, is a player we are so excited about for many reasons. It's moments like this that Shaden, I feel like, you know, not only the mechanics, but also on Vi, the decision-making, when to go in and where, really sound. The follow-up from Smoothie. EG looking really good in this game.
And we made so much content around this man, Shaden, last split because he was destroying games by himself. The Graves, the Viegos, things like that. These carry forward junglers. He was so devastating on. And you still see that all that time on those picks has developed even his facilitation picks, even his less personally aggressive picks to be so strong.
Again, a player that we are excited about, and I know EG, they feel like they still have a top prospect in there. Oh, it's there as, okay.
Smoothie?
Nautilus looks like
you good there, bud?
Nautilus one full paper mode as Niles just shredded him with the hyper.
I don't think Smoothie was expecting that.
To his own name himself, and honestly, 2 Trinity Forces for Maryville. Yeah, they're down 5k gold, but they're thinking about this one as Ryoma. Okay, that's
oh
a
my
lot.
goodness. And the Leandri's burning afterwards as well.
King's waiting for all.
He is. He's got it coming up very close. Niles has Meganar, but it's Shane that takes the Ripped Herald. Here comes the Meganar, but he got the cease and desist during the timing of the ultimate. Holy cow! You got get back on the side, but Soul's coming to save King's life. Look at this teamwork, Cubby! Oh my goodness! It just looks so clean.
The EG that was promised might be looking better than we thought, as EG looking dominant against Maryville. Again, coming off their collegiate victory. They were scrimming on another patch, and I know that they're taking a couple moments for themselves to recover from LA, but EG, and they're starting this split off full throttle as they are blitzing this game 2 against Maryville. They had a comp where they had to make early plays and make things happen. That's all that EG's done on the Rift.
And the fact that it's a king turned into a president. Get down, sir. Everybody diving every which way to save this man's life. Even Soul coming in clutch. Now they've got to find a little bit of clutch factor here. Ryoma pushed into the wall. The all-out comes through. Shaden and Ryoma just destroyed Zyko, who was not expecting that damage. Another one bites the dust, and Shaden is dominating. They're moving on Scary Jerry now. They got Smoothie on the back here. Shaden's getting low. Shaden goes down, but King flashes in his place, and the King has arrived as Scary Jerry dodges out of the Moonlight Vigil. This should still be an inner tower taken out.
I mean, this is where I'd say don't take the inhibitor. Looks like EG's not going to do it, but EG, they're getting everything. That's an 11k gold lead already. Holy cow, EG, man. Their ability to push forward and what Shaden's been able to do on this map on the Vi. Again, a pick that for me really wasn't in Shaden's wheelhouse last split. It looks like he's been putting in some work in the offseason.
They're scared. They're scared of Ryoma. Oh, the Power Unleash comes out, the Scout of the Week combo, and here comes EG. Okay, Scary Jerry and Zyko will back off, trying to make something out of nothing.
He was 0-2 on Vi last split. He's utterly destroying this game, Zal.
He literally is. We get a replay of that attempted fight from Maryville, and Zyko just getting blown the hell up.
Ioma flashing back, but it's just the shade and show. He pushes a little bit for far onto Scary Jerry. Did not have the ultimate available this time, as Niles, MU, they throw the kitchen sink at shade and then do end up taking him down, but still, the space was created, necessary. I don't know what else to talk about with this one, man. This game's done and dusted. This one's over.
I love that loud emotes coming through from Ryoma and King, by the way. It's just adorable. We did get a third dragon taken by EGC, and they should be pushing in the base now.
Zell, it's 19 minutes into the game.
Yes,
We have a complete depth cap and Shadow Flame on Ryoma.
Yep. 3 items in and 19 minutes in. I don't think I've ever seen that in my entire life of casting.
Okay, yeah, okay. When I was here, 2v4. What can you do? What can you do?
What can you do?
Let's limit test this. Come on, I want to find out. Send it.
Just send it.
Yeah.
You see a little bit of a siege action coming down here, though. One knockback could spell your doom. Yeah, I mean, as soon as they catch Scary Jerry, that's an immediate trigger pull. They're using Soul in the mid lane, though, and Get Back's trying to push a side lane right now. Does have TP available.
Maryville. I know that, again, a team that we were expecting to kind of get their feet wet. I know one of the big advantages that even St. Thomas said Maryville had as they were going to go up into the C-Ball finals against them is the fact that they do scrim primarily tier 2 teams, a very respected collegiate program that has proven that they can compete, earn their way into the league.
Oh, no!
Where's
They got a TP, though. They got a TP back. Get Back is here. He has arrived. Niles is collapsing as well. There's the Nature's Grasp. Not going to connect on anybody here. And here comes Ryoma inside. Zyko, got to be careful. As now you got Niles here flashing over onto Ryoma. And you got to catch one, and they caught one. They might catch a second one. King is down. And Maryville come back to life.
And some of the teamwork that we were talking about is to get Ryoma to go down before he burns that ultimate. Shaden was walking on a base, and MU at least able to force him find something.
They're still looking for it, a little bit on the edge from EG.
They can't actually get Niles. I think Niles dies here, frankly.
Odd Orange is here. The Bash Pros. Maybe it's enough. It's the hop, skip, and jump. But then he sees that Soul and Smoothie are there. He's like, oh, you brought friends. I didn't even need them, Shaden says, as a Solo Bolo comes out for the EG jungler.
Okay, well that really just sums up this game. As I still want to credit MU for the original play they found. That was nice, right, Bazel? Got to see some of the 5v5 in action. Yeah. Got
to see a little bit of what they drafted for themselves, even with this deficit. Speaking of deficit,
Scary Jerry got kills.
Yes, he got a couple. Oh, Zyko.
Oh,
he's just dead. That was through everything. Literally everything but the heal. He just executed him.
Wow. Wow.
There's been so many kills this game that just come out of nowhere. It's actually insane.
Syndra is 8-2-8. That's okay. Yeah, start the Baron. Yeah, let's get this one over with, EG. Let's okay. No way that MU can even sneak in here. That's gonna be Baron done. All EG has to do is just make sure that Zeri dies. I will say, Scary Jerry is almost at that 3-item spike that we've been highlighting for all the Zeris. Best of luck piloting that into this Syndra. It's a tad fed, I must say, but yeah, let's find out.
I have a shout out saying that we're gonna go to another 30 minutes probably because you said the words done and dusted in this situation.
No, we're not making it to the next dragon. This game.
I don't think we're making it to the next dragon. We got 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the Baron buff. EG are taking down Inhib after Inhib here. They should get the mid and the top. Well, they still have some work to do on the bottom side while Niles is pushing that side lane. They could just look for the end.
All right, Niles is going to try and get a fun TP back. There is one behind the... Okay, never mind.
Him out. They got TP. Get Back just gets taken away from his team. Smoothie getting some shots here. Niles tries to go for Ryoma, but misses it. And now the minions are back. The purple capes are alive. King is hitting the tower now. Knockback up through flash onto Scary Jerry, and everyone's falling apart. Maryville, welcome to NACL, given to you courteously by Evil Geniuses Challengers. One of the sticking organizations here finally have their team together and ready to go. And damn, do they look good.
And welcome, Evil Geniuses Challengers to Split 2. Yeah, you can see that game. I guess it was throwing me for a loop up top. I think my hair almost looks like what Scary Jerry had to deal with like Levi, Syndra, just the whole dog pile into him. Maryville just were not able to find anything in that early game. Props to Shaden and Smoothie pulling off that crazy first dive. And I gotta say, EG, they looked damn good in that one. And on the same page, a team that struggled to come together as 5, given a lot of things in the last split, looked like they were playing as 5 as this one. Great to see, as it's still a team we feel like has a lot of individual talent.
They do, and the glue that brings it all together, Smoothie popping off those crazy dredge lines as well. We'll actually get to hear from Soul after a short little break, or have our interview with Deserex. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to LCS Challengers. I am joined by the victorious Soul from Evil Geniuses Challengers, a 2-0 to start off the summer split. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, feeling good. Happy to be here. Happy to be back.
All right. Now that you're back, let's talk about a little bit about what happened during the off season. Did you do anything fun? Did you were you up to any shenanigans? Took a vacation?
Yeah, I got to visit my family for a little bit, but for the most part, I was streaming and just playing a lot of solo queue. Yeah, just trying to stay in shape, make sure that I'm ready for the season.
That's good. Nothing else but League. Is this just the lifestyle? Everyone I talk to, they're like, nah, I went to Amsterdam, but I spent the entire time playing League, is what Bradley told me.
Yeah, actually, I kind of regret, like, yes, my off-season was primarily just League, but I kind of regret it because I ended up neglecting a whole bunch of other stuff in my personal life that I kind of had to catch up on pretty recently, but yeah, no, it was mostly League in the off-season for me.
All right, well, I've been asking everyone this, mostly because we've gotten nothing but the LCS Challengers teams on the squad. It's been a very rough season, very rough off-season to that regard. Can you tell me about some of the conversations that went on at Evil Geniuses when they decided to keep the roster?
Yeah, honestly, I have to give credit mostly to the EG management, Andrew Barton and Kelsey. I know the players obviously had, they knew what players they had, and obviously everyone, one of us wanted to play, but the majority of the decision came down to the staff, who really believed in us and really wanted challengers, or EG challengers in particular, to have another go, because we all know that last split the result wasn't what we wanted, and it's because of the belief of the staff and the upper management that that we can be better and we can have like a better performance than last split, and show everyone that this team has players that are capable of playing at the LCS level, that we have this chance and we're able to play here.
And that's great to hear, especially with Kelsey Moser. She used to be our old boss back in the day.
No, she's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Now, it felt like your first debut year was very accelerated. You went from Proving Grounds to Academy to LCS. Now that you found some equilibrium and challengers, what was some of the good and bad from having such a fast ride?
Yeah, I think it just comes back to the stuff in regards to like your personal life, because yeah, like I was super accelerated. I got a great opportunity to play in Academy and then in LCS and learn a lot as a player. But I mean, the truth of competing is that the performance on stage is only like you can only like learn so much about the game until like you kind of have to, or everything else in your life kind of catches back up to you. Yeah. So like I was able to like really tunnel on League and focus on it my first year, and now like I feel like all those things that I neglected before are kind of like catching up to me. So I'm trying to find a good balance between the two now, but I feel like once I get there, things will look a lot better for sure.
Yeah, work-life balance, very important. To that regard, though, sticking on to last split, last season, you got Ryoma pretty late, and you didn't even get a chance to get King due to visa issues. This split, you're finally starting with a full roster. What does it mean to have a proper start this time?
It means everything. I mean, that's the truth, because practice is always going to be a little bit different when you're playing with someone that's just that eventually, once this person is able to play, they're going to be slotted in immediately, and they could be completely a different player. They could be a different person outside of the game. So there's always that sort of pressure, like, how do we realistically get that sort of team cohesion when we don't know what that person's going to be like? So it's been amazing. being able to play with Rama and King the split. And I also think I'm very lucky in the regard that they both also made the dedication and the commitment to stay in LA and to play at the EG facility, although we are considered remote. So yeah, very, very grateful that everyone, is super committed to the team and is, putting forth their best effort, even though, financially it might be a bit tougher.
Do you guys do any team bonding now that you're all together in the same location?
Yeah, our team bonding consists of touring Maryville today.
You know what? Hey, it's a great way to bond, I suppose. I mean, maybe get a dinner afterwards to continue celebrating that. All right. So what is your personal goals on this split? What is something you're looking to improve?
I think for me, a lot of my downfalls has been just kind of being unsure of myself, the meta, my gameplay, and just kind of not having that strong work-life balance. So sometimes you have a bad day and then you question like, oh, can I like really play? Am I really like at this level? That sort of stuff. It's for me personally, a big personal goal this split for sure is to just kind of be 100% confident in myself that when I do get that next LCS chance, like I deserve to be here, and that I feel like I earned this, because as grateful as I am for my previous LCS experience, it was kind of out of circumstance, So yeah, that's definitely a huge goal for me.
I've always loved that about you, man. You have a great mentality, you have a great head on your shoulders. Any shout outs you got before we let you go?
Yeah, huge shout out to EG and everyone that's been supporting Challengers. I know Challengers has been going through a lot of stuff, and it's really heartwarming because I got to catch like the games before this, and I thought that it was really, really nice that people like the Skies, Toast are putting in effort into the tier 2 scene of League, and all these fans that are like still supporting us. So yeah, thank you to all the fans, thank you to all those people supporting tier 2 LCS, and of course thank you to EG, thank you to Kelsey, thank you to my teammates. I wouldn't be here, and neither would any of us without you guys. Thank you.
And thank you, Sol, for joining us for this interview. Again, congratulations on your 2-0 victory. We'll see you around next time.
Take it easy. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's bring the casters right on back to close out the day. Mazel, Cubby, welcome back. Mazel, you got something to say? It was a very wholesome interview. I always love chatting with Sol.
Oh, I love Sol, man. He's so well-spoken, but also just has a clear-cut way that he wants to approach things. And it's always nice to hear about his sentiment about the community and stuff, because it's true, right? Like, I think without players, we wouldn't have a job, but without a nice community, we wouldn't have something wholesome to build up. So huge stuff. And we just finished our first day of games in the NACL, man. We started our split. Woo.
That's a good segue right there to bring up the standings at the end of the day. Ooh. It's going to be both Evil Geniuses and FlyQuest that start off undefeated, get those 2-0 starts onto the day. Meanwhile, Fear, Maryville University still looking to get their first wins. Everyone else sitting at 1-1. Cubby, any information on this?
Supernova TFT, I heard that was a banger. Or for TFT being Taco, Team Fish Taco. And also AoE Wildcard. Looking forward to checking out some of those games later tonight before we prep for tomorrow. And honestly, shoutouts to FlyQuest, had a nice comeback victory against Fear. I do feel like Fear played all right despite the 0-2, and definitely a team that I still have pretty high expectations for this split.
That is going to close it out for the day. What a day one that we've had, man.
Are you not entertained
I
in
am
ACL?
Very entertained. I am excited and I want more. You know what? We can only wait. Time will give us another day, and that will be tomorrow. Yeah, Cubby?
I believe we have a number that we have
I'm about to shill right now. I'm about to shill. You got to give me time to shill.
All right, we shill.
I gotta work. I gotta work the broadcast.
I'm dedicated to selling out this split so that others buy in. So we got to start here. What do you have for us, Desiree?
Yeah. We got the subs. We got the numbers. 800 of you have subscribed across both of our platforms. It feels so good to see how much people do love this space and do want these teams, everyone, to really just prosper in the area. So it's absolutely fantastic. Please go ahead and smash that sub button if you haven't already. Give us some love. Again, 50% of the revenue does go to the NACL teams. We are going to be raiding Disguised Toast. We saw his team on the second series today. Oh yeah, we
Just
have.
said I'm
Yeah, we
selling
have.
out, and you're just like,
We're
oh,
still
well, we've
selling
got
out. All right, let's
corporate.
go. Yeah.
Fully, that is what we do, man.
here for
When times are tough, man, we gotta buy in, and this is exactly how we do it. For the broadcast desk, I want to thank you all for joining us on the behalf of myself, Mazel, Cubby, and everyone at Rally Cry. We'll see you next time, same place tomorrow for more of the LCS Challengers League.
Support NACL! Woo!